Amigos do Mosaico, nós temos hoje uma visita muito especial. Nós estamos recebendo o Vice-Cônsul de Israel, Aviel Avraham, que chegou recentemente em São Paulo. Aviel, thank you for opening time in your agenda for a little talk with us. It's a pleasure to have you here at the Mosaico na TV. What are your first impressions of São Paulo, of Brazil, coming, let's say, from the other side of the world?
First of all, I would like to say thank you very much for inviting me to have this interview. I want to thank you for also the introduction that we had before. It is really a great pleasure to introduce myself. So, as you mentioned, Roni, my name is Aviel Avraham, and I'm the consul, the new consul of the Israeli consulate in Sao Paulo, Vice-Cônsul Geral. I'm working together with my Consul General Alon Lavi, and for me to arrive to Sao Paulo, it is really amazing opportunity because Brazil and Israel has the best relations in our history, and I'm here to join a great team at the consulate to work together hand in hand with our Brazilian colleagues to promote Israel-Brazil relation and to bring this to also up more, to achieve more and more things together.
Why don't you tell us a little about your background? I would assume that you weren't born in Israel. So how did it go?
That's right. I was born in Ethiopia. I came to Israel. I made Aliyah when I was, I think, 5 years old with my family. I came to Israel when I was very young, in a very young age. And I start my life in Israel, and I'm, became, yes, I was born in Ethiopia, but, I'm an Israeli. And I became an Israeli through the years as much as I grew up and understand the atmosphere and enjoying beautiful Israel. And this is my home. This is where I came from. And now I'm here focusing on strengthening the relation between Brazil and Israel.
How were you received? I mean, what were your first impressions meeting people since you arrived?
It is a fantastic. The Brazilians are so in so many ways similar to Israelis. I found many things, many aspects that we are Israelis and Brazilian really alike. We both have the atmosphere of hosting newcomers. To be nice is not only a word, but also part of their lives. So I enjoyed very much to meet and to engage with so many people so far. Each time that we are asking for a question, so they are so helpful, and they are always be able to help and to suggest help and support if there is anything I need. So they always come and asking me if I need something. And of course, the team at my consulate here, they are very, I get a very great welcome when I just arrived. And it was really a good atmosphere to have me here in Brazil. And I'm looking forward to meet more and more Brazilian.
I understand you will have a lot of different hats to wear while working at the consulate. What are your areas of expertise? What can you bring from your previous experience to the diplomatic relation between Israel and Brazil?
I'm so glad that the relation between both nations, Brazil and Israel, is, I think, the best time of our relation. And I'm so glad to be part of a team that encourage this initiative to forward more and more initiatives. So this relation also can be taken to another level, another stage. In my background, as I told you, Roni, I used to work before I joined Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I worked at the Ministry of Science and Technology and Space. And I see I'm a great believer of education and the way that education and initiatives that related to education can bring more and more opportunities for both nations. So I think I can take this background of myself working at the universities and colleges in Israel and try also to adopt this here. But this is not the main focus. It's only one hat that I will have. We also have other aspects of economic tourism. So many more and more initiatives, and I want to take this opportunity. You know what? I want to take this opportunity also to invite you, Brazilians, local Brazilians that are familiar with the great relations that Brazil and Israel have, and please come join us. If you have any offer to make and to suggest, we will be always open to hear and to see how we can take this beautiful relation between Israel and Brazil to the next stage.
Did you come alone to Brazil? Are you married? Did you come with a family? How is that going to work?
I came to Israel. I came to Brazil like a month ago, but I came together with my family. So I'm so blessed with my beautiful family, my wife Avarash and my children. I have three children: Michael, 8 years old, Itai, 5 years old, and Sagi, 2.5, almost years. Yeah, I think coming here to a new place together with the family is make the experience even more special. And I look forward to meet the other friends that live here in Brazil and to make this relation even greatest.
I'd like to say, if there is an example how much education can do for someone, I think you're the best case for anyone to believe in it. I mean, coming from Ethiopia when you were 5 years old, growing up in Israel, and a few years later, you're representing Israel in Brazil, says a lot about the educational system and the belief that knowing more and knowing better makes better people.
I want to strengthen what you say just now, Roni. I think education is a key for not only to get or to reach highest in your life. I think education is a way of life. Education is people that have the chance to work with children, to educate them, is a gift that so few have the opportunity to do so. So I want to encourage all those who are working in the education and supporting young to motivate them not only to get to learn how to read and how to write, but also to be a human being. This is what all education is for me. It's not only to be educated. It's only a way of life to adopt to be the person that I am today. I could choose many paths in my ways. I did so many things, and I'm so grateful for the chance I had through the ways. And now I'm in a position that I can also motivate others. So I want to be here to encourage youngest to believe in themselves, and to go and educate themselves.
Avi, I'd like, in the name of the people that watch Mosaico na TV, I'd like to thank you for the few minutes you could give us. I'd like you to know that we're very proud to have you here representing Israel. And I hope when you have already a few accomplishments to show that we can invite you back for a new conversation.
So again, thank you so much for having me. It was a great opportunity. I hope next time we will do this face-to-face and not only via Zoom. I want to take this opportunity to send, bריאות ורפואה שלמה to all Am Israel and all the world, and to thank you once again for inviting me to this great show. And I'm here. Please join us. Come. We are open, and we'll be more than happy to hear any suggestion that you have to promote Israel-Brazil relation. Thank you so much for having me.
Aviel, Baruch haba, you're home with us. Amigos do Mosaico, o Mosaico volta já já.